Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I don't have to push record. It's already recording. Listening to the Lutheran Ladies Lounge podcast. I'm Sarah.
I'm Erin.
I'm Bree.
And I'm Rachel.
And it's time for Rachel's Trivia Challenge. What are you going to stump us with today, Rachel?
It is the best Christmas pageant quiz ever, you guys.
Yes!
This is so exciting.
I know. Well, I love Christmas pageants. I love watching them. I love writing them. I actually love directing them. And I used to love being in them. So now that we are in the thick of Christmas pageant preparation season, I'm going to see how much you guys know about the cultural phenomenon that is the children's Christmas pageant.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Here we go.
Question 1. You are a mid-century boy who has just been cast to play one of the shepherds in your church's Christmas pageant. What are you going to be wearing?
Bathrobe.
A sheet.
Both.
Wait, that's for Angel.
Whoever said bathrobe gets points on that because
Erin.
your father's bathrobe was the most common costume choice. This is simply anecdotally speaking, for young men who were cast as shepherds for many, many years. These Christmas pageants were not always the most, high-value productions. Other costumes might have included bath sheets. Good job. Or bed sheets. Bed sheets.
Bath sheets. That's a towel.
You could make an angel out of gold and silver Christmas garland and cardboard. Cotton balls for your sheep costume, and bath beads for the wise men who were carrying their presents to see baby Jesus.
I always liked the little sheep costumes because you could take like black dress socks and put them on your
yes.
arms. That's just, I love it. I just want to be a sheep.
There's a song about that.
Yeah, there's a song.
So we now think of Christmas pageants as being really tied to children and churches and Christmas, and none of these things was actually necessarily the case historically. Some of the earliest nativity plays didn't bear much resemblance at all to the adorable preschool theatricals we know today. So, if you can tell me, what was the name given to these religious, often nativity-based dramatic productions in the Middle Ages? And bonus question, who played all the parts?
Are they cradle plays?
Nope.
Oh. Then I don't know.
All right. You probably have a better chance on the bonus question here. These were called, if you're not...
I was going to say William Shakespeare. He did all of them.
But these were called mystery plays.
Oh,
they were
Mystery.
Okay, there go the nerds.
I read about that when I did the Krampus Carol research. There was something about a mystery
That's
play
not
in there.
mystery plays. Those are like whodunits on like a train or something.
No, these were plays that celebrated the great mysteries of the Christian faith. So that they also, actual mysteries,
Actual
not Agatha
mysteries.
Christie.
Not like murder mystery dinners.
Got it. Little Angel Lansbury.
And sometimes these plays depicted things like, the judgment of souls and had people dressed up as devils, but they also covered the nativity. And one famous mystery play, probably my personal favorite, is called The Second Shepherd's Play. Presumably because the first shepherd's play wasn't very good and had to be redone. But in the second shepherd's play, which is probably PG-13 if we're being generous, the shepherds who are sitting out on the hillside watching their flocks by night spend the evening complaining about the cold, griping about their wives, and getting enmeshed in hilarious hijinks with some sheep wrestling con artists.
This is from the Middle Ages?
It is, yeah.
It's fantastic.
This is a production
So-
that I feel like we need to like resurrect.
Yeah, it does. You can Google it, find it. And there are modern day performances of it. Stage directions at one point, my favorite point in the play, are when the shepherds toss the sheep thief up in a blanket over and over again.
What?
Which
Wow.
It was for his sins, because that's what you do.
Of course.
Because that's penance there for you.
Oh, my.
But I feel like
tossed
this
up
would
in
have
a
added
sheep.
like some slapstick Cirque du Soleil type effect to the Christmas pageant. But this is the sort of thing that happens when you take the pageant out of the hands of the children and give it to the young men in town. No church ladies were involved in the second Shepherd's play. All right, next question. We're coming out of the rowdy Middle Ages and back to the mid-20th century, which is perhaps the high point for the Christmas pageant in our age. It was then that you saw the advent of the 65 animated special A Charlie Brown Christmas, whose plot revolves famously around a Christmas pageant. So, next question. Which character did the Peanuts gang's resident diva Lucy Van Pelt demand to play in the Christmas pageant?
I am not a Charlie Brown expert.
Oh my gosh. I feel like the obvious answer is not the right answer.
What's the obvious answer?
Your instincts are correct.
Oh.
I wanted to say the Virgin Mary, but Jesus maybe? I don't know. The Angel Gabriel?
No, getting closer.
The
She
wise
wanted to
man?
play
I don't know.
the Christmas Queen. Was the part that Lucy
So that's a different version of the... Okay. She's reading from another translation. I didn't realize.
Yeah, the Christmas Queen. So, but despite this, and if you didn't get this one right, maybe you'll get this next one right because it's a very popular internet meme. Despite Lucy's attempt to dominate the limelight, it was another character who ended up stealing the show. Who was it?
Who's the one with the blinking?
Linus.
Yeah.
His little monologue
Yes.
at the end.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, it was her little brother Linus, who stole the show with a powerful monologue drawn directly from Luke chapter 2.
Does anyone not cry at the end of that? Because I would contend you don't have a soul. I could be wrong though. I mean,
Wow.
do you not cry at
The
that?
judging.
I don't think I cry at the end of that, but I assure you, I have a soul.
Take it back, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm wrong for once.
Okay, so moving on from Charlie Brown Christmas. Everyone's soul's intact after that one?
Yes, fully.
Oh, man.
Soon after Charlie Brown came another beloved Christmas pageant-themed classic, which my family reads every year. Barbara Robinson's 1971 children's novel, The Best Christmas Pageant Ever, from which this quiz gets its name.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
favorites. Oh my gosh, Brian.
Am I disqualified from having a soul now? Because
Yeah,
I feel
that's right.
yikes.
You're not disqualified from having a
The
soul.
tables have turned.
You might be up a creek without a paddle for the next couple of questions.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna be down to
So
Sarah.
in-
and
let's
I.
see
what I
book-
remember. Oh, boy.
Which Brienne has to read
I will.
this Christmas. The worst kids in town, who are called the Herdmans, take over all the key parts in the church Christmas pageant and then proceed to modify them to suit their own sort of limited religious knowledge. So, what does Gladys Herdman, playing the Angel Gabriel, yell out when she begins her announcement to the shepherds? You have two choices here because she does it twice in the book, and both are
Excellent.
memorable.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be a multiple choice here. Never mind.
Oh, that's not. Oh.
okay.
No,
Oh.
I can make it multiple choice.
You know, it has been like
Something like
20
hey,
years.
You.
Actually, yes.
It is.
I remember
During the
that now.
actual performance, Gladys stands up, arms wide, and yells, "Hey, unto you a child is born," which is great.
Classic Gladys. She's so
Classic
crazy.
Gladys.
This is like a
Yeah.
blast from my
The
past
first time,
right now.
the first time she hears the story and hears about Gabriel, she says Shazam because he reminds her of her favorite comic book character. Okay,
this is good.
so the Herdman boys, playing the wise men, also decide to sort of upgrade
Yes.
the Christmas pageant play.
I think Erin knows
And
what this is
they
going.
decide not to carry down the beads that have been assigned to them as gold, frankincense, and myrrh because they said those are crummy gifts. Mm-hmm. What did they bring the baby Jesus instead?
I can only remember one, but they brought him a ham.
They did.
Oh, yes. I love a Christmas ham.
They brought him the ham. The ham from their family's charity Christmas basket, actually, which, of course, made those church ladies real uncomfortable in their seats.
Erin is so excited about this right now, by the way, y'all.
Yeah, she should be. This is the best. Okay, so one of the laughable moments in the book, Bree, for your information, comes when the pageant players have to use a doll to play the baby Jesus. Because although usually they borrow a baby, none of the mothers will lend their baby when they hear that Imogen Herdman is playing Mary. So that's your clue for the next question. We are not told exactly which Protestant denomination is the church in this book, but this little detail about the doll does tell us one church group that it isn't. Which one might that be? And it's not Lutheran, because it could have been Lutheran.
Say it again.
Okay, so including baby Jesus as a character in a Christmas pageant rules out the possibility that it might have taken place in a certain kind of Protestant church.
Oh.
Whoa.
I have no idea.
That's okay. You're Lutheran, you don't know. No, it actually rules out conservative Christian Reformed churches because they do not believe in presenting images, graven images.
Oh. That'll
So
do
there's
it.
this old Reformed Journal article by poet Rod Jellema called There Were These Shepherds Abiding, in which he says, he recalls his childhood memories of participating in his church's Christmas program. And he says that when the shepherds go up to admire the baby Jesus, he says, there is never actually anything in the box in front of Joseph and Mary except some straw. You can see that up close. Our church doesn't go much for images. Which I thought was just really interesting that this understanding that we take for granted that there will be a doll in the manger, but not all churches, do it that way.
That is fascinating.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
I thought you were asking which religious denomination doesn't believe that Jesus was a baby, and I was very...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, couldn't be that.
That was a
She
tough
said
question of
Protestant.
words.
I'm like,
I
no.
know. I was like, wait,
it
Protestants
can't be
believe in
that.
Jesus?
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So we are coming closer to the end of our little quiz. We're going back to the Bible now. So which prominent characters that show up in most Christmas pageants aren't actually part of the Christmas narrative as it appears in Scripture?
Wise
I've got
men.
3 possible answers here. You get points for any of them. Wise men, that's one.
Oh, I thought that was the 3. The 3 wise
Nope.
men.
Oh. I suppose technically 5.
Melchior, Belshazzar.
The innkeeper?
His other name. Yeah,
Wait,
keep
was this
going.
one
I'm
multiple
sorry.
choice?
Multiple choice. Innkeeper. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Dominic the Donkey.
Yes. Oh my goodness. 3 for 3.
Oh, wait, are you serious?
Yeah, you guys got him.
Dominic the Donkey was an answer?
That's hilarious.
No, just
I mean,
donkey.
He doesn't have any
Oh.
but you're right.
LOL.
He does.
So,
He's the Italian Christmas donkey. Wow. 3 for 3.
Hey,
So
so
the
is that like the first
innkeeper-
time that we've gotten a question like completely right?
The one that's that complicated. Yeah, I
Wow.
applaud you. Good job.
Nice job.
All right, let's go back and
Damn
talk about
right.
why you're right.
Okay.
Instead of why you're wrong. This is so wonderful.
I love this game.
So the innkeeper probably wasn't a person because no room in the inn is sort of an interesting translation. It should, according to a lot of Bible scholars, it should probably be translated guest room. That the guest room, which makes sense because this is a clan-based, tribal type culture. You're going to be, and we know Joseph had family in town. So they were much more likely going to be staying in a private home.
That does make a lot
So
more
the word,
sense.
there's actually even a different Greek word for the word that's used in the inn in Luke 2 versus like the inn in the Good Samaritan.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there probably wasn't an innkeeper, and scripture never says anything about it. The donkey also not mentioned. They could have traveled by donkey. They could also have traveled by horse or camel or horse-drawn cart or some sort of cart.
Walked.
Or they could have just walked.
Anything?
They probably didn't
We
ride
don't.
a bicycle, though.
No.
Or
They
like
didn't.
That wasn't invented yet. Radio flyer.
This
Also
the
not
donkey
invented.
thing actually makes me feel much better because one of the first things they tell you when you're pregnant is don't go horseback riding. So I've always worried about poor Mary riding the donkey.
Getting hoisted on a mule.
Not
Yeah,
a
no
great
water
plan.
skiing, no sushi, no horseback riding.
Oh, no sushi.
right.
So,
I love sushi.
and then finally the wise men who probably didn't come right on the day Jesus was born, that they came
Yeah.
somewhat after. And I think our church calendar celebrating them on Epiphany sort of shows that. But, you know, because we tend to be pretty sick of Christmas by the time even Christmas morning rolls around, much inclination to have Christmas pageant part 2, the wise men appear. So they just sort of squish them all together usually.
That would be fun. We should do that.
A Christmas an icy Christmas pageant.
Epiphany pageant.
Epiphany.
That could be a thing.
part 2.
Let's do it.
Unfinished business. Christmas story too.
Okay, so which characters in the Christmas pageant are the most often and the most woefully miscast?
Angels.
Shepherds. Donkeys.
I think Erin's got this
The
one.
animals
Well, yeah, the animals
of all
I'm
kinds.
thinking here
Sheep.
of the angels. And this will be this is sort of a preview spoiler alert for our Christmas episode, so y'all have to tune back in and see about the angels of Christmas pageantry. Now, we are coming back into Lutheranism and the LCMS
Yeah,
actually
that's
for
right.
this question. You have just bought a children's Christmas program from Concordia Publishing House. Which Lutheran lady, who's actually one of our community members out there, which Lutheran lady's name is most likely to be on the cover?
Lisa Clark.
Is it Lisa Clark?
Could it be?
Could
Yes,
it be?
is. It's Lisa Clark.
Yes! I don't want to give the wrong name and then just... That's shame
No,
for
she hasn't-
3 people.
She hasn't written all the programs in the collection, but she's written quite a few of them, and they are quite good.
Shout out to Lisa
Shout
Clark.
out to Lisa Clark.
Shazam.
Whose husband is also a KFUO program host. So they're a KFUO
Awesome.
family.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Which
wrestling
show
with the
is she on?
basics.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, check that
It's
out.
a hoot
too.
and a half.
Our last question is an essay question,
Oh.
and this one is for Bree alone.
Dun, dun.
You. I thought it'd get too crazy.
Pressure's on.
In our inaugural episode, which listeners out there you should go listen to if you haven't yet, the first episode we ever recorded, you, Bree, assigned us each an animal, proving that you know us pretty well.
It's true.
So I want you to remember that exercise in creativity and pretend that you are a Christmas pageant director. Who would each one of us be playing in your Christmas pageant?
I love this question.
This is a great
And
question.
I'm totally putting Brie on the spot. She had no idea.
How much time do I have to like plan this out? Because like, do you want an answer now?
Yes.
On the spot, she said.
Okay.
You can't make me Herod.
Okay, give me another minute then.
She can do anything she wants.
I'm kidding. I was not going to peg you for hair. None of you are.
Oh, and you have to do yourself too, Brie.
Oh, you just made it significantly harder.
Oh, no.
That's okay. It's all right. I'm okay with it. All right. So, Sarah. You are the Angel Gabriel.
Yes.
Coming to visit. She visit Elizabeth. He makes the rounds, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
He goes to
does get
Elizabeth
around. Yeah.
and
And
Mary.
Mary,
both,
And okay. I say that because you like to bring good news to people, and really just anywhere you go. And when you talk to people, it's glorious and joyful. I just, in the grand scheme of life and like biblical tropes, I think that you're probably an angelic messenger from the Lord.
Oh, sweet.
So you're Gabriel.
That's
funny,
what
you're going to be.
I used to always play the angels in Christmas pageants when I was a kid.
See?
I think this is a brilliant choice, casting choice. Good job, Director Bree.
Thank
because
you.
the Angel Gabriel has like 3 times as many lines as everyone else put together. So having someone who talks for a living in that role is really helpful.
The introvert who
It's
talks for a living.
strategic. It's strategic also.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
She probably can sing a heck of a Gloria.
That's true.
Whoa.
Probably.
Yeah.
In all 6 parts at once.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Hashtag him nerd.
Yeah.
Hashtag him nerd. All right. Rachel is Mary, the mother of Jesus.
Oh, I was going for innkeeper, but I will take this.
Well, I was going to say innkeeper, but then somebody said that the innkeeper, that's not biblically accurate. So
You wrote yourself out of that role.
You would never turn someone away, though. You would make room.
Here's the thing. And this is why I
true.
say this. Obviously, you're like hashtag the resident mom of the group. But
I know, it's
also,
almost too easy.
like maternal instincts and stuff. Here's the thing about the Virgin Mary. Young girl faced with a pregnancy that she wasn't necessarily expecting. I don't know if that's theologically accurate, but I feel like...
I mean, she wasn't married, so.
So, like, but my point is, when she found out about it from the Angel Gabriel, she was like, okay, let's go. This is what it is. I am bearing the Son of God, and here we go. Here it is.
Actually, that feels kind of right.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm in Virginia right now because of that sort of thing happening in my life.
Exactly.
You gotta do what you gotta
where
do.
we're going?
All right, let's go, Joe.
I am the
Bingo.
Lord's handmaiden. Let's go.
Let it be unto me as you have said. That's what that is.
Is that what she
For
said
sure.
to Ken when he announced that? Let it be unto me as you have said. And he's like,
We're going to Virginia.
Navy chaplain, honey.
Might have been. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's a more loose translation.
I mean, right? Like we could
message.
extrapolate that out. It's the message. Yeah, it is what it is. Thanks, Angel Gabriel. Here we go.
Okay, Erin, who's not Herod.
Erin, who is not Herod.
That's a good thing.
You don't get a whole lot of like named people to select from.
That's true.
You've got
You know what I mean?
Shepherd and
Shepherd, Magi guy. Technically,
Welcome
loosely,
to Lisa
Sheep.
Clark's annual challenge.
like Dominic the Donkey. I'm not gonna say, oh, you're Joseph, because that's the only other name I can think of. But
Although Joseph was a creative type.
You can talk yourself into it.
here's the thing about Joseph that I feel like we should all appreciate. He also was not expecting this annunciation that happened. And in fact, for all intents and purposes, could have felt very slighted, very betrayed, very, what?
also like not my problem.
Right. Or absent, like, yes, I'm leaving now. Goodbye. Like, I am out of this picture now. But even before he knows that Mary has become with child by the Holy Spirit, he's like a good dude. Like, he is a righteous guy. And he's like, you know what? I don't want to bring her any more shame than she will already face. And I'm going to step out. I'm going to step away. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. But then he gets a visit from the Angel Gabriel, who is like, what up, dude? Don't exit the picture because she's with child with God's baby, and this is just the way God intended it to be. So just go for it. And he did. And he trusted the Angel Gabriel. And I do feel like, in a way, like, that is kind of you too. Like, you're a pretty gracious person. Also kind of go with the flow. This is a really hard assignment.
My favorite character. Okay, can I help you out, Brie?
Yes.
I'm
For the love.
I'm gonna say that Erin should be the Magi because When she decides to do her own thing, she's going to do it no matter what Herod says. So Herod says, oh, come on back to Jerusalem. Erin's like,
nope.
No.
No.
JK, Herod.
I don't owe you anything.
Right. Also, I feel like in terms of like aesthetic and style and gift-wise, like, you are a magi. It kind of matches. You've kind of got like
You look very royal
You
today.
look very royal today. You've got the gold. And I feel like you would buy someone perfume for their birthday.
I could.
And show up in a gold lame jumpsuit.
Yeah, and ride a camel. Even sorry, I'm 2 years late, but here's some gifts for you.
Yeah.
Fashionably late.
Okay, Brie, what's your dream role in the Christmas pageant?
My dream role. I want to be the star.
That's perfect.
Yep.
No lines.
You're wearing gold today, too. It's perfect.
Giant, just stand there
Bright
and
and
be
colorful.
a gold glittery mess for 2 hours.
That's totally you.
That's me.
Nailed it.
Fantastic. And
Yep.
I'll see you, and I'll be like, I gotta go check that out.
I hope
So
that this
art
is.
imitates life.
That's right. Did I ace that essay question?
You did. And I gotta like mega kudos to all of you. That was like the highest score you've ever pulled in.
Because it's Christmas.
All right, Rachel, is that the end of our quiz today?
That is brava all around.
Yeah, that is all that we have for this episode of the Lutheran Ladies Lounge. Of course, you can find all of our content at kfuo.org/Lutheran Ladies Lounge or on your favorite podcasting app. If you're not in our Facebook group yet, you should totally join our Facebook group because there's lots of women talking about a lot of stuff. I approved a lot of posts today, by the way.
Good stuff.
A lot of posts today. So you're listening to the Lutheran Ladies Lounge podcast. I'm Sarah.
I'm Erin.
I'm Santa Brie.
And I'm Rachel.
Okay, I'm going to stop this now. Views and opinions expressed on the Lutheran Ladies Lounge podcast may not represent the official position of the management or ownership of KFUO Radio, the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. The Lutheran Ladies Lounge is produced by KFUO Radio and available at kfuo.org or wherever you get your podcasts. Join our community on Facebook in the Lutheran Ladies Lounge.